What's up, guys, and welcome to the Righteous Finance channel. I am super excited because this is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I was just thinking the other day that I'm in like the perfect situation now to do this kind of thing. It just dawned on me like I should do it now because this opportunity is never going to come again to do this exact thing that we're gonna do right now. It's gonna be so amazing. So and this thing is what I've always wanted to do is like show you how to go from having no idea or to having, maybe some idea, but mostly no idea when it comes to like, money. You feel stressed, you don't know what the next step is to do, you don't know how to save, you want to save more, you want to get out of debt, you want to do all this kind of stuff, and it's always been like it's simple for me to do that kind of stuff, but I've wanted to like show how easy it is because once you get money mastery down, there's like a whole new world opens up and there's a new way of like looking at life in that perspective. And one of the things that I ask a lot of people, and I always ask this to all of my clients, and I'm doing surveys of random people. I'm reaching out to people just randomly now and asking them to take these surveys. And the first question that I ask in the survey is, what would you do if you had unlimited money? And every single response that I get to this question out of almost everybody that I've asked has been such an interesting and amazing answer. The answers are like pretty much every single person who answers that question says that they want to like help humanity be better. If I had to sum up all the responses that have gotten to that question, it's that, and I love that, man. That's great. Um, and I also ask another question. There's a couple questions down to kind of get them to think about, or to get, what are some of the things that you struggle with money, or like what do you got to get better at, or what do you do, and that kind of thing. But I always ask this other question too, somewhere down there, right? Not right after this question, but a little bit down the line. I ask them, what's really keeping you from doing the thing that you would do if you had unlimited money? What is really keeping you from doing that? Because, and this is what people realize when they're asked that question, is that the thing that they would do when they had unlimited money, they don't need very much money to do that. They actually don't. And if you look at it from a logistical standpoint, you really don't need that much money to do those things that you want to do. Right? I'll give you an example. I remember one response that's coming to mind now, and I don't have a script, and that's going to be one of the great things about this whole thing, is that I'm not going to go off of a script here. I kind of know what the next step to do, but this is not going to be a planned out thing. This is going to be me and you, like I'm going to fight my way out of this situation that I'm in, like get control of the money situation, and you're just going to come along for the ride, and I hope that you go along with it too if you want to do it too. But one example is somebody said, yeah, I would build a platform that would help like artists or farmers or something. I don't remember what exactly it was, but it was some kind of technology platform that would help people get like the visibility that they don't get, like a platform for them to share their voice or whatever. I don't know. It kind of was like maybe MySpace or something related to that. I don't remember what exactly it was, but you don't need that much money to do that kind of thing. You might need like $10 to take a course on how to build a platform, how to build a website, and how to build an app. That could be your bottom amount, or if you want to do it a lot quicker, you could hire people. Oh man. Oh. I got my clock, I got my lamp on a timer so it shuts off at a certain time. That means it's time for me to go to sleep. So it's time for me to go to sleep now. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to have somebody build it for you, you might need a couple $1,000 to do that. And that plus time, you got that thing made. So, I mean, it becomes like, I mean, one of the reasons that I asked that is because it helps set up a goal for coaching. Like, okay, here, what do you want to save for? Let's set a target, right? If you want $20,000, okay, we're going to put away this, create the machinery to put that away each month so you won't even notice it, and it's going to get there. You're going to get there without doing any additional work. And one day you're going to wake up and you're like, oh, that thing that I wanted to do, I can do that now. And that's amazing. And sometimes you don't want to do that thing. That's fine too. Sometimes you really, really want to do something and you get all prepared for it and then you do it, or you're ready to do it and you're like, I don't really want to. And that's okay, because you have $20,000 now that you can do something else with. And if it just sits there and waits for the right opportunity, that's fine too. Doesn't really matter. But anyway, so that's where we're going with this. This is going to be a so I'll tell you what's going to happen, okay? So I'm in a perfect situation now to walk you through exactly step by step from scratch how to go from like no idea what's going on with your financial situation, no idea what's going on with your money, to having complete control over it, to having all the machinery built, to having savings goals set up, to having the right insurance in place, to hiring an investment person if that's what you want to do. Whatever it is that, or maybe it's paying off your debt. I don't know. I don't know really what it is, but that's what we're going to be doing. I'm in a situation now where I'm about so I'll tell you a little bit about the backstory, right? At the beginning of this year, I have a pretty big emergency fund. At the beginning of this year, I told myself, I made a promise that I'm not going to pull from this emergency fund anymore. I started this year with a job, but I wasn't making any money in that job, and I was very bad at it. And it was a purely commission-based job, so but it's not very profitable job if you're making commission-based salary and you're not very good at it. And I wasn't really into it, to be honest with you. Like, I didn't really, yeah, that's maybe for another time. I guess I didn't really, really truly believe in the thing behind the product, right? Like, I believe the product, sure, it worked and everything, but I guess I wasn't, when I sat down with somebody and talked to them about it, or, approached them about it, it was like, yeah, I got this thing, I'm kind of selling it here. It's kind of cool, it's kind of like a car, and I'm trying to convince you to do it. I wasn't very good at it because I didn't believe in the thing. There's a thing that product does that's supposed to do, and it's a very emotional thing, and I didn't believe in that emotional thing at all. I don't think it helps with that. But anyway, I was making no money at the beginning of this year, um, and I made a promise to myself that I wasn't going to pull any money from my emergency fund anymore this year. I had pulled a little bit out last year, to kind of sustain my retirement lifestyle. Um, and what ended up happening is that I started putting things on credit cards so that I wouldn't have to pay my full expenses every month. So I got some credit card debt now. And last month or 2 weeks ago, I got a job. It's a pretty interesting job. It pays okay. It's it's an amazing job. And and what else? I think that's about it. So I mean, the thing is, like, I got all my systems set up already. Everything is set. If I just keep living, I'm gonna be out of debt in a very short amount of time, probably. And I can just keep on living. That's about it. That's one of the great things about having your machinery, your money machinery set up. I don't know what to call this stuff. I'm just making up words, but it's one of the great things about having your money machinery set up is that you just, live life, and all the money stuff takes care of itself. But for this, I'm going to start over, like, from nothing. Like, if I'm editing this right now, you're seeing like a blank PowerPoint slide or something. It's going to be completely from scratch. Completely from scratch. Everything else that I've built already is going to be, maybe I'll refer to it if I want to remember something, but if I do, then I'm going to show you exactly what I'm referring to. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And just other day hit me. It's like, this is the best opportunity for me to do it. So the thing that this is not going to be, okay, this is not going to be like a kind of a guide that you find anywhere else where somebody is saying, this is what you should do to, get rich. This is what you should do to become wealthy and build wealth long term and all this kind of stuff, as told by somebody who's already gotten there. Because of the thing that happens with that, I think, is that people who have gotten there already, they'll tell you exactly what to do. And they kind of maybe like forget some of the important stuff because they did it so long ago. They did it a long time ago, right? That they don't really remember like what's the next step here, or what exactly do I do here, or leave out something kind of important, right? And I think there's also like a relatability issue there too. Like, I have a hard time relating with like, I'll get what somebody says after I've already, after I've achieved that thing that they're talking about. And I get there not through listening to what they say, but it helps a little bit. But it takes like actually doing the stuff and getting there on your own in a way, because the person telling you something can't convince you of anything. And you've noticed that. I've noticed that too. And maybe you have too, that you can't convince anybody of anything. They have to see it for themselves. So that's partly why this is not going to be like anything else there. And it's also not going to be like just kind of like what a lot of people do out there in the financial article space and the blog space, is that they write about some obscure concepts and strategies and techniques and tips and math strategies and tax strategies that they may or may not use and may not It may or may not even work. They work great in theory in laboratory scenarios, but they don't actually pan out because there's like a million other things going on, right? There's so much else stuff going on that you got to take into account. And yeah, in a lab scenario, it works great, like on theory and Excel, but in real life, like it doesn't work. Or it does work, but your situation like is not the right setup for it or whatever, right? It doesn't pan out. So it's not going to be like obscure crap that or idealized stuff. This is going to be real stuff. I'm going to be showing you my screen a lot. We're going to be walking through, I'm going to try and freaking black out all the sensitive information that's showing on my screen so that you can't access my bank account and all that kind of stuff. Because we're going to do it for real. This is going to be a long process. It's going to be a lot of videos, it's going to be a lot of stuff, and it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to tell you that. It's going to be super interesting. I think right now I have 0 subscribers, and that's okay because one of the things that I want to do is just record this, or just document this process. That's something that Gary Vee said that stuck with me. I saw him speak a year ago or so, maybe not a year ago, but yeah, it was about 6 or 8 months ago. He said a lot of stuff, but the thing that kind of stuck with me that I remember him saying was to document, just document, like what I'm doing right now, just document the stuff. You get a piece of paper, document what you ate today. And I just did that. And I'm super into health and nutrition as well, right? And like optimizing that part of my life. I don't know, freaking document. Just start documenting something. So if you made it this far in the video, wow, that's amazing. But go ahead and document something. I don't know, whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you that a lot of this finance stuff is going to have to do with documentation. That's a big deal about it, okay? It's a big deal. So you got to get used to documenting and looking at documents, reading documents, and seeing documents, and creating documents. Yeah. Documenting what happens with money is like super eye-opening, and that's one of the first things that we're going to do. But I'm not going to, we're not going to jump there right now because we're going to get ahead of ourselves here. But I wanted to make this video to like introduce what it is that we're going to do and just talk about it a little bit. And I don't know if there's anything I left out. Like I said, I don't have a script. There's not going to be any script to this. We're going to start from scratch. We're going to go from nothing, and I'll see you guys all at the top. All right. When all you guys have gone through this stuff and you've mastered your money situation and freaking like are doing the thing that you want to do once you had unlimited money, or you're well on your way there, then that's going to be amazing. That's going to be an amazing world to live in. I think, right? I don't know what you think, but that's what I think. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. Yeah. So that's it. I have no more stuff to say right now. So I'll see you in the next video, and peace out. Good night. I'm going to go to bed now. Take it easy.